Today, I stand before you to reflect on something that we all experience yet often take for granted: the profound power of love. It is a force that transcends boundaries, a language that speaks without words, and a light that guides us through the darkest of times. The title of today's speech is The Ripple of Love, and I want to share with you how love, like a stone thrown into a pond, creates ripples that spread far beyond the point of impact. Love is an extraordinary force, one that transcends individual experiences and connects us all in ways that are often beyond our comprehension. It is not limited to the relationships we cherish with our family and friends, nor does it end with the bonds we share with those closest to us. Love, in its deepest essence, is a boundless energy that can spread across the world, creating connections and fostering a sense of unity and understanding in places we may never have imagined. It is a universal force that flows through every human interaction, from the most intimate moments to the most public displays of kindness and empathy. One of the most remarkable qualities of love is its ability to transcend boundaries. It is not confined to geographical locations, cultural norms, or societal divisions. Love is an emotion that speaks a universal language, understood by all people, regardless of background or experience. It reaches across borders, whether physical, emotional, or psychological, uniting people who might otherwise feel disconnected from one another. This is evident in the way communities come together in times of crisis, the way strangers offer support to those in need, and the way movements for justice and equality spread through societies and nations. Love binds us together, often in moments when division seems inevitable, and proves that, at our core, we share a common humanity. Furthermore, love is a catalyst for change. It is not a passive emotion. Rather, it inspires action and movement. Love motivates people to step outside their comfort zones, to extend themselves to others, and to work toward creating a better world. Love compels individuals to offer support, to fight for justice, and to strive for equality. History is filled with examples of people who, driven by love, have led revolutions, sparked movements, and made lasting contributions to society. The civil rights movement, for instance, was fueled by a love for justice and human dignity. Similarly, efforts to combat poverty, hunger, and inequality are often inspired by a deep love for humanity. This transformative power of love shows that it is not just a passive force, but one that actively shapes the world around us. Love also has the ability to heal. In times of loss, grief, or hardship, love acts as a balm for the soul, providing comfort and support to those who need it most. It is through love that we find solace, not just in the presence of those we hold dear, but in the knowledge that we are cared for and supported. Love has the unique ability to mend broken hearts and bridge emotional gaps, offering a sense of hope in the darkest of times. It teaches us that no matter how difficult the circumstances may be, love is a force that can provide strength, resilience, and healing. Perhaps most remarkably, love does not end with the people we directly interact with. Its impact is often far-reaching, touching lives in ways we may never fully comprehend. Every time we act out of love, whether it is a small act of kindness or a more significant gesture, we set off a ripple that spreads through the world. Our actions influence the people we encounter, and those individuals, in turn, pass on the love they have received to others. The ripple effect of love can touch countless lives, often in ways that remain invisible to us. In this way, love is a force that grows exponentially, multiplying with each interaction, each kind word, and each loving gesture. Ultimately, love is the essence of what it means to be human. It is the thread that binds us all, connecting us across distances, across differences, and across time. It is the foundation of our shared humanity, reminding us that we are not isolated beings, but part of a vast, interconnected web of individuals. Love transcends all boundaries and has the power to create unity, heal wounds, and inspire change. It is not confined to a single moment or relationship, but is a continuous force flowing through every interaction and shaping the world in profound and beautiful ways. In its most pure form, love is boundless, and its ripples reach far beyond what we can see, touching hearts and lives across the globe. Small acts of love can have a profound and lasting impact, reaching far beyond the initial interaction. Though they may seem insignificant or even go unnoticed at the time, these simple gestures can create ripples that spread throughout a person's life, touching other lives and initiating a chain of events that extend across communities, cultures, and even generations. So, in a world where it is easy to focus on grand gestures or material accomplishments, it is important to recognize that love does not always need to be grand in scale. Sometimes, the smallest acts of kindness, compassion, and understanding can create the greatest change. One of the most beautiful aspects of small acts of love is their accessibility. Anyone, regardless of their background, circumstances, or resources, has the ability to perform a small act of love. It can be something as simple as offering a smile to a stranger, holding the door open for someone, or taking a moment to listen to someone who feels unheard. These actions may seem trivial in isolation, but they carry immense power. They convey respect, empathy, and a recognition of the humanity in others. Often, it is these seemingly minor acts that have the potential to uplift someone's spirit in a way that nothing else can. Think of the power of a kind word or a simple gesture of compassion. For example, imagine a person who is going through a difficult time, perhaps grieving the loss of a loved one, struggling with their mental health, or facing a challenging situation in their personal life. A brief, thoughtful conversation or a simple act of kindness, such as offering to help with a task or sharing an encouraging word, can change the trajectory of their day or even their life. This kind of support doesn't have to come in the form of something monumental. In fact, it often has a greater effect when it's subtle, unassuming, and genuine. Small acts of love also hold the power to change a person's perspective. When someone experiences an unexpected kindness, it has the potential to shift their mindset, allowing them to see the world through a lens of possibility rather than despair. For example, consider how a student might feel when a teacher takes the time to acknowledge their efforts or a colleague offers assistance with a difficult project. These acts not only provide immediate relief, but can foster a sense of self-worth and belonging. When a person feels seen, valued, and cared for, it has the effect of lifting their spirits and motivating them to do the same for others. The ripple effect of small acts of love is particularly evident in the way these gestures inspire further kindness. A person who receives an unexpected act of love is more likely to pay it forward, sharing the love they've received with someone else. This creates a continuous loop of kindness where love flows from one person to another in an ever-expanding cycle. It's as if the original act of love, no matter how small, has the ability to create a chain reaction that multiplies itself across the world. Moreover, small acts of love create connections between people that might never have formed otherwise. In our busy lives, it is easy to become disconnected from others, but these tiny gestures allow us to build bridges across divides. Whether it's a simple compliment to someone you don't know well, or offering your seat to a person in need, these small acts break down walls and foster a sense of shared humanity. Through these small exchanges, we form bonds with one another that can lead to deeper relationships and a more connected society. So, small acts of love can also be transformative for the giver. When we perform acts of kindness, we often find ourselves feeling uplifted, grateful, and even more connected to the world around us. Love, in its most genuine form, is not a transaction. It is a sharing of energy and emotion that brings joy not only to the recipient, but also to the one who gives it. This exchange can create a sense of fulfillment, purpose, and happiness that far outweighs the initial effort involved in the act itself. What makes small acts of love even more remarkable is that their effects often last far beyond the moment. A kind word, a shared smile, or a thoughtful gesture may stay with someone for days, weeks, or even years. They can serve as a reminder that love exists in the world, even when things feel difficult or overwhelming. Over time, these small acts accumulate, building a foundation of goodwill and mutual respect. The individual who received love in the smallest form is likely to remember it and pass it on, ensuring that the cycle of love continues indefinitely. Ultimately, small acts of love show us that we do not need to wait for a grand moment to make a difference. It is the little things that matter, the simple, everyday actions that create the ripples of change that reverberate throughout the world. Every act, no matter how small, is an opportunity to spread love, and in doing so, we contribute to the creation of a more compassionate, connected, and understanding world. Love has a profound effect on the people closest to us. It is often within the context of our family, friends, and immediate relationships that we first experience the power of love. And these connections serve as the foundation for how we interact with the broader world. The love we share within our closest circles can inspire and nurture, creating a ripple effect that moves outward and touches the lives of others in ways that we may not even realize. The impact of love, when shared among the people we hold dear, extends far beyond those relationships and influences the world in a variety of ways. At the heart of this ripple effect is the deep connection between individuals. When love is expressed within families and close-knit groups of friends, it creates an environment where trust, support, and understanding are cultivated. These relationships serve as a safe space where people can be their true selves, unguarded and authentic. The foundation of love within these circles builds a sense of security, which empowers individuals to grow, take risks, and pursue their passions. It is through the encouragement and support of loved ones that we gain the confidence to achieve personal and professional success, knowing that no matter what happens, we are cherished and valued. When a person feels loved and supported by their family or friends, it has a profound impact on their overall well-being. Studies show that people who experience strong emotional support are less likely to experience mental health struggles such as anxiety, depression, or loneliness. This is because love provides a sense of belonging, allowing individuals to feel less isolated in the world. The love we receive from those closest to us acts as a protective shield, giving us the emotional resilience to face life's challenges. Whether it is a comforting word, a warm hug, or simply knowing that someone is there to listen, these expressions of love can be deeply healing and restorative. The love we share with those closest to us is not only crucial for personal growth and healing, but also serves as a model for how we interact with the world. The way we love within our families and friendships teaches us empathy, compassion, and kindness, qualities that we carry with us into every other relationship. For example, a child who is raised in an environment where love is freely expressed is more likely to grow up to be a compassionate, understanding adult. They are likely to show kindness to others, forming healthy, supportive relationships that extend beyond their immediate family. The love they receive at home becomes the foundation upon which they build their relationships in the wider world. This ripple effect is especially powerful when we think about the generational aspect of love. The love we give to those closest to us does not just impact our immediate relationships, it also influences future generations. Parents, for instance, who show love and affection to their children are shaping the way those children will show love to their own children one day. This creates a cycle of love that is passed down through the generations, building a legacy of care, support, and compassion. The lessons we learn about love within our families and close relationships are carried forward, influencing how we approach relationships, community, and society at large. In addition to the personal and familial aspects of love, the love we offer to those closest to us can also serve as a source of inspiration for others. When we demonstrate love, it can spark a desire in others to spread that same love in their own lives. For instance, a friend who expresses kindness and empathy may inspire others to do the same, creating a ripple effect that spreads through their social circles. This is particularly evident in times of hardship or crisis. When one person shows love and support in a time of need, it encourages others to act with the same compassion, amplifying the overall sense of solidarity and unity within a community. The power of love within close relationships also extends to how we build and maintain connections in the broader world. The love we cultivate within our families and friend groups allows us to form bonds with people outside our immediate circle. When we feel supported and loved in our private lives, we are more likely to show the same care and empathy to those around us. This creates a cycle of positivity and compassion, where the love we receive in our personal lives becomes the love we extend to others. As we reflect on the love we give and receive within our closest relationships, it is clear that these connections have the power to shape not only our individual lives, but also the world around us. The love we share with our family, friends, and loved ones creates a foundation for emotional resilience, personal growth, and meaningful connections. This love does not remain confined to our inner circles, but expands outward, touching the lives of others and creating a ripple effect of care, compassion, and understanding. Through these relationships, love becomes a transformative force, fostering a sense of unity and belonging that transcends boundaries and brings people together. In this way, love within our closest circles becomes the bedrock of a more compassionate, connected world. Love, when applied collectively, has the remarkable ability to transform societies, cultures, and even entire nations. It is easy to think of love as something personal, as an emotion that is confined to individuals and their relationships. However, when love is shared on a larger scale, it can create waves of change that challenge social norms, foster inclusivity, and bring people together across divides. Love can heal the wounds of division, tear down barriers of prejudice and hatred, and promote understanding and cooperation among people from all walks of life. One of the most powerful examples of how collective love can transform society is seen in movements for social justice and equality. When individuals come together, united by a common love for justice and human dignity, they have the power to challenge oppressive systems and create lasting change. The civil rights movement in the United States is a prime example. It was driven by a love for equality, freedom, and the inherent worth of every human being. People from all races and backgrounds came together to demand justice, and their collective love for humanity fueled a powerful movement that ultimately changed the course of history. The love that motivated these individuals was not limited to personal relationships. It extended to the broader struggle for human rights, inspiring others to act with compassion and empathy toward all people, regardless of race or background. Similarly, global movements for peace, such as those led by figures like Mahatma Gandhi and Martin Luther King Jr., were grounded in a deep love for humanity. These leaders and the countless individuals who joined their causes embraced nonviolent resistance as a way to combat injustice. Their love for peace and human dignity spurred them to seek reconciliation and understanding rather than conflict. Through collective love, these movement pandemic is a recent example of how collective love can lead to collaboration on a global scale. The desire to protect the most vulnerable members of society, whether through vaccination efforts, healthcare initiatives, or economic relief programs, was driven by a love for humanity and the recognition of our interconnectedness. Communities around the world came together to protect one another, demonstrating that when love is at the core of a collective effort, incredible things can be achieved. Moreover, collective love has the ability to bridge the divides between cultures, religions, and nations. In a world that often seems divided by political, cultural, and ideological differences, love provides a unifying force that can bring people together in pursuit of common goals. Whether it's through international aid, humanitarian efforts, or peace negotiations, love can help break down the barriers that separate people and encourage collaboration. When people from different cultures and backgrounds come together with the intention of supporting one another, the result is often a richer, more compassionate global community. The desire to understand and respect others' perspectives fosters greater empathy and leads to stronger, more peaceful relationships between nations. This collective love can also manifest in local communities, where individuals work together to support each other and create environments of care, inclusion, and compassion. When communities unite with a shared sense of love and responsibility, they become places of support for people facing hardship, where individuals know they can rely on one another for help and encouragement. This can be seen in neighborhood initiatives, charitable organizations, and local activism, where love for one's neighbors drives people to act for the common good. It is within these communities that the power of collective love is often most evident, as individuals come together to create safe, inclusive spaces where all members are valued and cared for. Additionally, collective love can help heal societal wounds and foster reconciliation in times of conflict. When groups or nations experience division due to historical injustices or violence, love can provide the foundation for healing. Truth and reconciliation processes, such as those in South Africa after apartheid, demonstrate how collective love and understanding can pave the way for national healing. By acknowledging past wrongs and embracing love as a guiding principle, individuals and communities can move forward together in peace, creating a future that honors the dignity of every person. When we apply love collectively, it not only transforms the lives of individuals, but also alters the fabric of society itself. Love becomes a force that unites people across divides, challenges injustice, and brings about meaningful change. It encourages individuals to look beyond their own personal interests and consider the well-being of others, fostering a sense of shared responsibility and mutual respect. In a world that often feels divided, collective love has the potential to bridge gaps, heal wounds, and create a more just, compassionate, and connected world. When we act out of love, we are not only transforming the lives of those around us, but also contributing to the creation of a better world for future generations. Unconditional love is one of the purest and most transformative forces in existence. It is the kind of love that transcends conditions, expectations, and limitations. It is given freely and without judgment, offering support and care without any desire for personal gain or recognition. This form of love has the power to heal wounds, strengthen relationships, and inspire others to do the same. When we love unconditionally, we create an environment in which empathy, trust, and compassion flourish, and we cultivate a sense of unity and connection that is truly profound. The essence of unconditional love lies in its selflessness. It is not motivated by what one can receive in return, but is instead driven by a deep desire to give, to care, and to support. This kind of love is not contingent on the actions or behaviors of others. It is not earned or given as a reward for specific deeds. Rather, it is freely offered, regardless of any conditions or circumstances. This makes unconditional love incredibly powerful because it allows people to feel accepted for who they truly are without fear of rejection or judgment. One of the most important qualities of unconditional love is its ability to nurture. In relationships where love is unconditional, individuals are able to grow and develop without fear of criticism or condemnation. This kind of love creates a safe space for vulnerability and self-exploration. When we love others without placing conditions on that love, we give them the freedom to be themselves, flaws and all. This can be particularly important in parent-child relationships, where unconditional love fosters a sense of security and confidence in children. Knowing that they are loved regardless of their actions or mistakes allows them to develop into confident, well-adjusted individuals who are not afraid to take risks, make mistakes, or learn from their experiences. Unconditional love also has the unique ability to heal. It offers a sense of comfort and reassurance to those who may be suffering, whether from emotional pain, loss, or hardship. When a person experiences unconditional love, they are given a sense of belonging and validation that can help them heal from deep emotional wounds. Love that is not based on expectations or conditions offers a sense of acceptance that can help people move past feelings of guilt, shame, or inadequacy. It tells them that they are enough as they are, regardless of their past mistakes or current struggles. This unconditional love provides a foundation for emotional healing, enabling individuals to rebuild their sense of self-worth and regain confidence in their abilities. Another powerful aspect of unconditional love is its ability to create strong, lasting connections. When people feel loved without strings attached, they are more likely to open up and invest in their relationships. Unconditional love fosters trust and loyalty because it removes the fear of rejection or abandonment. When love is not contingent on external factors, it creates a stable and secure foundation for deep, meaningful relationships. This is especially important in romantic relationships where unconditional love can serve as a source of support and strength through difficult times. It encourages partners to communicate openly, to be vulnerable with each other, and to navigate challenges together with compassion and understanding. Unconditional love also has a ripple effect. When we experience unconditional love, it inspires us to extend the same love to others. It encourages us to be more empathetic, more patient, and more compassionate. When we give love freely without conditions, we create a culture of love that can spread through families, communities, and beyond. This form of love has the power to transform entire communities as people begin to interact with one another in a spirit of kindness, generosity, and care. In this way, unconditional love does not only benefit the person receiving it, but also creates a positive impact on everyone involved. Furthermore, unconditional love allows us to see others for who they truly are. It removes the filters of judgment and expectation, enabling us to appreciate people in their full complexity. When we love unconditionally, we do not seek to change or mold others to fit our own needs or desires. Instead, we accept them as they are, honoring their uniqueness and supporting their growth. This love fosters respect for diversity and encourages tolerance as we come to understand that everyone is deserving of love and compassion regardless of their differences. This acceptance is a cornerstone of building inclusive and harmonious societies. Lastly, unconditional love can serve as a powerful tool for personal growth. When we love others unconditionally, we learn to let go of our own egos, judgments, and preconceived notions. We learn to practice patience, forgiveness, and understanding. Unconditional love teaches us to be less focused on our own needs and more tuned to the needs of others. It challenges us to be more empathetic, more generous, and more self-awareness. In giving unconditional love, we experience profound personal transformation, becoming better, more compassionate individuals in the process. In essence, unconditional love is a gift that keeps on giving. It has the ability to heal, to strengthen, and to inspire. It transforms relationships, nurtures growth, and fosters the deep sense of connection and belonging. By loving others unconditionally, we create a ripple effect that spreads far beyond the individuals directly involved, ultimately contributing to the creation of a kinder, more compassionate world. This kind of love transcends all boundaries, all conditions, and all limitations, and in doing so, it has the power to create lasting change, both in our personal lives and in the world around us. The idea that love knows no boundaries is a powerful and transformative concept. Love has the remarkable ability to transcend physical, cultural, and even emotional barriers, connecting people from all walks of life. It is not limited by geography, social status, race, or background, and this universality makes it a force capable of uniting even the most divided communities and individuals. Love, in its purest form, operates beyond the confines of the self and extends to all humanity, creating bonds that are deeply rooted in empathy and shared humanity. One of the ways love transcends boundaries is by overcoming physical distances. In our globalized world, where people are often separated by oceans, continents, and time zones, love can bridge these gaps and maintain meaningful connections. Technology has made it easier for people to communicate across long distances, but it is love that fuels the desire to stay connected despite physical separation. Families, friends, and romantic partners can maintain strong bonds through messages, calls, and visits, all driven by love. This love allows individuals to overcome the feeling of isolation that often accompanies distance, fostering a sense of closeness that transcends time and space. Love also knows no cultural boundaries. In a world filled with diverse traditions, languages, and customs, love remains a universal emotion that is felt and expressed in many different ways. Despite these cultural differences, love is a language that everyone understands. Whether it is through gestures of kindness, acts of service, or words of affirmation, the essence of love remains the same. It has the power to bridge cultural divides and foster understanding, even in places where conflict or misunderstanding exists. In this way, love becomes a catalyst for peace, as it encourages individuals and communities to look beyond their differences and recognize the shared humanity that connects them all. Moreover, love extends beyond interpersonal relationships and encompasses a broader, more inclusive sense of care and concern for the world. Love for the planet, for the environment, for future generations. These forms of love reflect a deep sense of responsibility and interconnectedness. When we view the world through the lens of love, we become more attuned to the needs of others, whether they are human beings, animals, or the earth itself. This kind of love urges us to take action to protect, nurture, and care for the world, understanding that the well-being of all is interconnected. Love is limitless in its capacity to break down boundaries, and when it is shared and practiced on a global scale, it has the potential to create a world that is more compassionate, understanding, and unified. It shows us that the differences that divide us are far less significant than the common bonds that unite us. In embracing love, we open ourselves to a world of endless possibility where borders, whether physical, cultural, or emotional, no longer hinder our ability to connect, care for, and uplift one another.